have any viewers at this time who will plan on watching this, but this live will be available later after I'm done streaming, so here's that. Right now, I just don't want to be alone with my thoughts, and I need to talk, and I've exhausted all of the talk lines and run out of time on all of them, so I figured I can talk to YouTube while I throw my little pity party. Oh my god. I can get rid of this shit. At least there's that. I'm honestly struggling right now with everything, with the breakup and everything. I know that I'm the one who technically ended it, but I didn't actually want it to be over. But, so now I'm stuck packing up my apartment, wondering if I even have a future at this point, because I made the entirety of my future, built my entire life around the idea of being with him, and, you know, that was the only future I could imagine for myself, and now it feels like I don't have a future. Now I'm going to live in my brother's basement for a little while, then live with my mom in the projects, where I will probably live until I die, as I slowly lose all of my faculties. And I'm horribly depressed about it. And I'm paralyzed. I don't want to be packing up my apartment right now. I don't want this to be over, but I don't have a choice. And I can't regulate my body temperature. So I'm between hot and cold right now, and it is intensely uncomfortable. I have talked to countless helplines over the past few days, like almost nonstop. But somehow I'm still not really feeling very much better. At all, really. I've been packing up the apartment, but mostly I've been wandering through it like a ghost without direction. Desperately, I wish I could just go back to bed right now. But I need to pack up my apartment. I have until the end of the month to get out of here. And if I don't, I'm homeless and I lose everything I have. And considering the fact that for a very long time, what kept me going has been my doll collection. You know, because they'll never die and they'll never leave me, so yeah, it's real healthy of me. So they're the only thing I have left. I can't afford to lose them, because then what will I have left to live for? So now I'm packing up my clothes into the suitcases that I've been holding on to for years now. Looks like they finally come in handy. And I'm just so depressed. And I feel like nobody is ever going to love me or be willing to put up with me, because I'm a burden and I'm a mooch because I can't work and rely on others to survive. Something I feel intensely ashamed of, guilty about, and deeply insecure about. I just feel that I will never ever be enough, no matter how hard I try to figure out things that I can do and control in my little world. What I can control is how I interact with the rest of the world around me. And even that's not enough. I've opened up to the world. I've been vulnerable. I've been working hard on my mental health. I've been working hard to be better and to be worthy. And it's still not enough. I will always just be a burden. Oh, those are my porcelain dolls. I need to be more gentle with those. I'm so stupid. I just, I don't know exactly what my future holds at this point. It's kind of hard to think about my future when right now in the present, I'm just stuck in survival mode, trying to figure out how I'm going to survive and what I'm going to do going forward. And trying not to die in the process. Because, oh my gosh, this feels like it's killing me. But I have no choice. I have to pack my apartment. I have to get my stuff out of here. I have to get out of here. Or I'm doomed when at the end of the month, the landlords will force me out because I don't have money for rent. And quite frankly, I don't want to live out here where I don't have a car. I'm living on a back road. I don't have a car. I don't have an access to the rest of the world. I just have to hope and pray that my stepfather and my brother actually, show up to help like, they've said they would. I hate relying on other people. It makes me feel gross. It makes me feel helpless. And it makes me feel hopeless. And I don't know how to grapple with any of this right now. I'm not going to lie. I'm not sure what my future holds now. My conditions will continue to deteriorate. My health will continue to fail. My body will continue to betray me. There's nothing I can do about that. And I have to learn to accept it. And figure out what I'm going to do going forward. And quite frankly, right now, that's incredibly unclear. Because I can't imagine any future at all right now. Because I had built all of my future plans around him. I just found one of his hoodies. Oh, God, that's painful. I genuinely adored that hoodie. It's so soft. I know he gave it to me, but I can't bear to keep it. I'm trying to keep my cool. I'm trying to keep it together, I'm trying to stay sane. I need to stay sane to survive this. Oh, God. I've dropped something. Oh. I just... I'm struggling to motivate myself to even do any of this. I just feel like laying down in bed and crying. And I know that I can't afford to do that right now. I don't have the luxury of a breakdown. I can't afford one. I couldn't afford one back in the relationship, and I certainly can't afford one now that my ass is doomed to go out to the streets. Probably, maybe. I don't know. I just keep going through my stupid totes, trying to figure out what I need to prioritize, and I'm realizing that I don't give a shit about any of it. I'm struggling to, and I know that I'm speaking from a place of hurting. I know that, that's just like my depression, I guess, and my grieving of the loss of the relationship. And I recognize that, but at the same time, I I know that I will regret losing all of this stuff in the future when I feel better. Or at least I think I will. Actually, I need to get bubble wrap. This is a picture of my Grams. The glass in it is shattered because he accidentally dropped it. I guess this photo of my Grams is a pretty good representation of how my heart is feeling right now. The bright side is I no longer have to pretend to be comfortable with his guns being all around. That's the silver lining, I guess. Because they do make me intensely uncomfortable, and they always have, but I tolerated them because I love him. And now it's over. It keeps going from being too hot in here to being too cold. I'll turn on the AC, and then I'll be freezing again, and it'll be miserable. And I think tonight, I'm not sure. I think tonight I'm just gonna try. What day is it? The 5th? The 6th? I can't remember. Oh, I think it's the 6th. Okay, we're only 6 days into the month. Oh my God. I can't handle all of this on my own. I never could. Oh God. I no longer have one of my best friends. Thank you, Lotus. I appreciate all the love. I definitely could use a lot right now. Right now I'm struggling a lot with even the idea of loving and respecting myself. It's kind of hard for me to do that whenever I'm tormenting myself and punishing myself for failing, for not being good enough, for not being enough. I'm really glad, though, that I held on to the 50 million suitcases I have, because at least it'll be easy to get my clothes out of here. Because I've worked hard on rebuilding a new wardrobe since I've changed my presentation to a more feminine one. I'm hopeful that I appreciate that. Thank you, Lotus. I think that if I can move my furniture out of here with the help of my brother, his friend, and my stepdad, if they don't flake on me, if they don't make an excuse to back out. I think that I can be okay. Worst come to worst, I can store my clothes uh, with my mom, probably. She's staying at like one of those shelters that's like a little apartment type deal. So you get your own like little room at the shelter. And so she can keep the stuff safe until we get into a place. We're on a waiting list to get into the projects, she and I, because I cannot live alone. That's something I know for certain. And I cannot be alone with myself again because I will certainly die this time. I almost died last time. This time I know it's certain that I will because all summer I've been in bed. Also, I understand what you are talking about, and I know that sometimes it can be extremely hard to come to terms with certain things, but I believe in you. I believe you are good enough. Thank you very much, Lotus. I genuinely appreciate that. Right now, I've just been back and forth between being like, oh, well, now I have a whole new future open up to me, and now I have the choice to mold my future in however way I want. But then I remember the fact that I'm barely capable of taking care of myself anymore. I've been laying in bed most of the summer in a depressive episode because of how bad my physical pain has been. And I understand that the economy is in a really rough place right now and that, it got too stressful and too hard for him. If I ever do move on, I will probably never ever be with a man again. If I ever do manage to move on, it'll probably be a lesbian relationship because honestly, I think that's the only sort of relationship that I'm compatible for anyway. I'm not very sexually attracted to men. I just was romantically attracted to him, and that was enough. That was enough. And now it's over. So he got to be the exception, and he was lucky. He was the lucky exception in my life that he was the exception to the rule. I just don't know if I can ever view myself as being worthy of being in a relationship again after how devastating this one has been. I'm going to sit down on the floor for a minute because I'm tired. I can show you guys a couple of my dolls. This is Tallulah. She has an afro. And this is her twin brother, Tyrese. They're the two that are next to me right at this moment. The rest of my doll stuff is mostly packed up in these totes and boxes. So at least I have a jump start. Yay! This is my most prized doll. Her name is Cecile. She is my Holy Grail doll. I have a lot of mixed feelings for her right now. Thank you. Yeah, they are very cute. And right now my dolls are kind of the last thing I have to really hang on for. As weird as that sounds, like before my relationship, they were all I held on for. I was like making some stupid arbitrary rules to keep myself alive, I guess. I was like, oh, well, I'm not allowed to die until I complete my collection, knowing full well it will be super hard to complete my collection. I knew that it would be something that would keep me alive for quite some time. Yeah. But my Holy Grail doll, Cecile, was a gift from him. He spent $400 for her. I just hope that he doesn't ask for her back, because that would hurt. Because gifts are not supposed to be taken back when things end. At least I don't think they are. If so, then I guess my whole doll collection can go, and I may as well just give up. No, I'm being really bleak, and I'm sorry. Oh, you know what? I reckon he's going to want this chair that we thrifted for $3. Or maybe he won't. Maybe it'll make him think of me, and maybe he hates that idea, and I don't care either way, honestly. I'm too tired right now to afford the luxury of carrying half of this shit I just want to throw out. I don't want anything to do with anything. I just want to curl up in bed and sleep. But I can't do that. I need to survive. I need to pack up to survive. This is my baby blanket. I'm putting it into my suitcase. This is my trunk. I have no idea if he's going to want for it back. We got it for free, and no money was spent on it, so I sincerely doubt it. It's just another hassle to move. And of course, my most valued dolls are sitting on my bed because I'm delusional. This doll is me in miniature form. This doll is a femme version of him. I have them both dressed in red, his favorite color, because I was delusional, and my weird OCD thoughts made me believe that if I put those two dolls together and put them in matching outfits, wearing red, which I ended up wearing a red dress yesterday, that somehow things would work out magically and things would be okay between us. And obviously that was delusional. My old theater vest. My tech deck. I guess I'll put that in my pocket because that's an OG tech deck. We don't want to lose that. I'm realizing that I don't want anything anymore. Any of my old clothes. I've bent back my nail. My nails have become very weak. They bend back constantly. I've been starving for a month. Maybe longer, I'm not sure. So it is what it is. I haven't got any vitamins. I've run out, and I haven't got money for more. So I just gotta pray that I can survive all of this. And pray that when he comes to collect his things, that it's not too painful. But I'm beginning to feel kind of exhausted to the point where I feel kind of numb. So I might be able to handle this without crying later. Because I feel completely hollow right now. And I just don't know what else to do about it. This all feels so stupid. Oh, the frog mask that I bought during the pandemic. Okay, I want these overalls, though. I do want those for sure. I got these because they reminded me of a green pair of overalls that American Girl had back in the day. No, that suitcase is full. This suitcase is also full. Okay. This one is my priority suitcase. It's got my dresses. It's going to end up with my most important things. Oh, God. God, it's full of clothes, but clothes. Oh, gosh, my headphones. Drop my headphones. The clothes feel intensely heavy. And even though the relationship is over and everything, and I delusionally hope that maybe we'll be friends, and it might not even happen to work out that way. Okay, I found my other suitcase. Like I said, I have a lot of them. I've moved many, 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 many times. It's kind of a thing you get used to when you're poor. Life is uncertain. There's not a lot in this suitcase right now. This is all replaceable. Nope, not my school t-shirt though from when I played soccer. I'm not ready to move on from those. Even though I know it's over. I'm not ever going to play soccer again. I'm no longer a student at that school. I have graduated from that high school. I don't know. I don't know why I keep holding on to my soccer stuff. But I can't seem to change it. The fact that I cannot move on from it. Oh, this was one of my nice thermals. I don't care about it anymore. I guess this is a whole new era for me, and I'm calling it my glow up era, even though I'm absolutely miserable and feel like glowing up is not something I can obtain right now, but golly, I can still hold on to the delusion that somehow I can make things better for myself and be better, at least for myself. And who knows, maybe when I find myself in a more successful place, when I deal with my mental health and try to get a handle on my mental health issues, maybe then I will be able to finally move on and enter into a healthy relationship. But the sting of this is probably going to hurt for quite some time. Truthfully. There we go. But yeah, I have a lot of suitcases because I have moved an obscene number of times in my life. I keep moving and moving and moving. We moved 3 times alone during our relationship, which is averaging about 1 move a year, give or take. And you know, I hate the fact that I let my toxic friend stay my friend even after I knew that they were detrimental to my mental health. I hate the fact that he had allowed them to crash here without first consulting me, only telling me after the fact. Because I feel like they kind of were a massive trigger for me. And in a lot of ways, I have gotten worse. I'm my best self yet, but golly, I'm in my worst state. I'm my most beautiful self right now, in spite of being the most unhealthy than I've ever been in a very long time. But hey, at least nobody has to worry about me anymore. So that's another silver lining. I can just spiral out of control and hit rock bottom if I so please, without feeling guilty. I know, that's so stupid. I don't care how stupid it is. I'm just too exhausted to care. I've been spiraling for a long time, but now the one thing that kept me from going too far is no longer there, so it doesn't matter. I'm not going to turn to drugs or anything. Such things are a stupid waste of time. But I'm probably going to rot in bed for a little while before I begin to kind of function again. I'm probably going to feel very much like Bella from Twilight, rotting and staring out the window, frozen in place. It's like that Taylor Swift song, Right Where You Left Me. And I'm not listening to Taylor Swift right now, because right now music makes me think too much and it hurts. I don't want to think or feel right now. It hurts. Oh God, that's heavy. I wonder how many things that he's going to hate every time he interacts with them. I wonder if he's going to hate frogs because they remind him of me. I wonder if he's going to hate Taylor Swift because I'm a huge fan of Taylor Swift and introduced him to her music. I wonder if he's going to hate the color pink and the color yellow because those are my two favorite colors. I wonder if he's going to hate dolls and red hair because of me. I wonder what all he's going to walk away hating as a result of me. And I feel heartbroken at the thought. Not heartbroken for me, but more heartbroken for him. Sounds like the neighbor is cutting their grass. I guess that's one upside of the projects. I don't have to worry about cutting the grass. They manage the yards for you. Boy, I'm so exhausted. I don't care about any of my masculine presenting clothes anymore. I guess I'm going to leave a lot of that behind, I guess. They no longer fit with my identity. Is he going to hate Sanrio and Hello Kitty because of me? And pardon? Maybe. And that's tragic. I just hope we'll be friends someday. That we can heal from this and at least be friends. I value his friendship, and I've never opened up to or trusted anyone more than him. So, I would like for a friendship to still be able to be maintained here, if nothing else. I'm going to give him back all of his shirts that he gave me that had belonged to his friend who died. It's not fair for me to have them. However, I will keep the hoodie he gave me. That one was his. Simply because right now, I don't want to let it go. His saxophone hoodie. When we first started dating, he had given it to me, and I wore it while I was in the hospital when I was in the psych ward. Oh, I've dropped his tools. Spilled them. But, yeah, like I had worn that hoodie while I was in the psych ward when we first started dating. I had a bit of a mental health crisis at the beginning of our relationship due to, the stress that I was under at my job. I was working at a factory, and my work friend and coworker had died, and I felt like they didn't even care. And it made me reevaluate, where I stood in life and in the work world. It made me realize that no matter how hard I worked, they would never value me. And that proved to be true when my health started to truly fail. And I don't know. I don't know how I'm trying to process these emotions. I don't really have anyone that I can talk to at the present moment, which is why I'm kind of just rambling on YouTube. And I don't know if he still watches my YouTube or subscribed to my YouTube, but I hope it's okay. I'm not going to do any shit talking. I'm just going to sit here and deal with my own feelings that I'm feeling internally. And I'm not going to touch any of my other feelings that involve him, because it's not fair. I'm keeping the Steelers t-shirt though. Because that one I will certainly wear. Plain black t-shirt. He can give these to the next girl that he dates. Well, if they fit her. Well, I can officially say that I have been engaged and I have been unengaged. Golly, what a life it's been. I got engaged really young, and then it ended. At least we never got married, and there doesn't have to be like a divorce or anything. I think we can see that as a silver lining. Since I'm moving away from Wheeling, at least I don't have to worry about facing the congregation. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe he will never go back to Temple again. But I don't know if I'll ever be welcome at Temple again. I'm not sure. See, if it comes down to it, I'll go to Pittsburgh. I actually really like this flannel, so I'm keeping it. He didn't give me that flannel. I've had it since high school. But it's one of the masculine presenting things that I'm not getting rid of. I'm also not going to get rid of this. It's not a masculine presenting thing. It's more of an old lady shirt, but I like it. Cargo shorts. I'm not sure if I'm ready to let these go yet. They've been a big part of my life for many years. I don't wear them anymore, though, and they don't fit me. So I suppose I can thank them for their role in my journey and move on. Ugh, bad texture. Okay, this sweater's kind of cute and very soft. I remember when I bought it at the thrift shop when I worked there. More masculine presenting clothing. my denim overalls, which I adore. Self-esteem, athletics. What a load of baloney. I haven't got any self-esteem left. He got that in the divorce. Oh, that was a really dark joke. Joggers. I'm still very fond of joggers. I hate that I have to do all this on my own. I hate the fact that I'm hot and cold now at the same exact time, so I feel feverish. I hate that this is a thing. So, I don't know. I've got goosebumps. Should I turn the AC off? But I'm tingling because I feel hot at the same time. This is so stupid. I'm keeping my sleeping bag. I also have this suicide awareness bracelet thing. How interesting that I came across it during one of the hardest weeks of my life. Well, the hardest weeks of my life so far. It's only downhill from here. All I can do is make the best of it and hold on for the ride. Okay. This tote will hold the clothes I'm keeping of the winter clothes because the winter clothes does not have any reason to go into a suitcase because it will not be used anytime soon, especially since by the time winter rolls around, I'll be mostly hiding indoors probably. I'm not sure if these pink pants even fit me. I doubt it. So I guess there's no purpose for having them. My stomach hurts so bad. And that's just normal for me anyway, so. I don't feel like throwing myself a pity party. I know that I seem really exhausted, and so I sound self-pitying inherently, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to pity myself. I'm going to go off somewhere, lick my wounds, heal, and move on. What a loud mower. I just hope that he finds happiness and heals and is healthy and safe, I guess. One could accuse me of caring too much. And I think one would be right to make that assessment. But it is what it is. This tote smells like acrylic paint. And some reason it's reminding me of school. And that feels very comforting, oddly enough. Something about acrylic paint back when I was in school was a comforting scent. These are his. I have no right to throw them out. So I won't. I'm not being spiteful. It serves no purpose. And it just does more harm than good, especially since he's someone that I do care about and respect. Even if he doesn't respect me, I still have a lot of respect for him. And, you know, I've made peace with the fact that, like, I will never be worthy of his respect or whatever. It's, you know, kind of whatever. I've made peace with it. And all I can do now is move on, I guess. That's what he wants me to do. That's what he told me to do. He told me to move on, get help, and move on, I guess. I don't know what kind of help he thinks that I'm gonna get, but okay, I can try. My pink hoodie. Keeping that. It's got some yellow on it now, though. Because I did some spray painting while wearing it, like, you know, like an idiot. I keep finding the jacket part of this set, or I'll find the belt, but I never can find them both. I need to put them together so I can finally donate them. Or maybe I'm making excuses. These are the shirts that belong to his friend who has died. Or that could be a bullshit lie, who knows. But I'm still giving them back to him, except for the Steelers one. I'm keeping the Steelers one. Because I don't own any Steelers shirts. Oh, these are shorts. I don't want to put these in the tote. As a t-shirt, I also don't want to put that in the tote. No, no. Oh, look, I have this big, big, big bag now to put all of his clothes in. So I can stop piling it up now and just put it in this bag. Look at me go. I'm resourceful. I bent back my nail. I bent it back way far. Too far. Okay, I'm gonna clip my nails. Oh, see where that crack in the nail polish is? That's how far back it's bent. Oh my god. That was painful. I need to be less careless about grabbing things. Be more careful and cautious. Is this the jacket with a zipper? Yep. So this one is his. It still smells like him. It smells like when he was working in the oil fields. I never thought I would miss that. How stupid. I kind of want a hug. I could really use one, but I don't expect him to give me one. I reckon that might just be too painful for him. Or that he might think it might give me some form of false hope. But I'm pretty sure that any false hope that I might have held on to wow, that's brutal. Any hope that I might have held on to, I'm pretty sure are truly dashed. And that sucks. But what more can I do? Just move on, like he said. Okay. If he does actually see this at any point, I'm going to leave an apology here for any clothes that happen to be damp, but I'm bagging them up. I don't think they'll have enough time to be dry by the time he comes to collect his things. Ugh. And I really don't want him to linger around longer than necessary because I feel that will only hurt more. Oh no, that towel is not just damp, that's actually wet. I wonder if he wants the towels back. I can't remember which of us had purchased them. The red towels. The white towels are his. The blue and yellow towels are mine. These are also his. Those are his beach towels. The red towels, I feel like I bought them. Oh, good morning, obtuse fuck. But the red towels, I feel like I bought those because we were living in the old apartment. You know, the one, sorry if that was loud. I dropped the headphone. My arms got tangled in them. I would put on the over-ear headphones, but it's too hot. They make me overheat. And it's too hot in here for that at this time. That's the last of the towels. Most of his clothes is... He was never committed. I don't think so. He never fully moved in with me. Most of his stuff is back at his parents'. That's why it's easy to move on for him. I'll give him back his childhood bathrobe, even though it doesn't fit him. What use have I got for it? I'm as okay as I can be, admittedly. Thank you for asking, though. I'm just trying to figure out what my next move is, what my future is going to hold, and what I'm going to do with my life now, because I kind of had my entire future planned out with him, and now those have been completely shattered, and I'm not sure what I'm doing with my life now, or what kind of a life I have, but I'm sure that I'll live. Right now, it's very painful, but I'm sure that pain is temporary. It's like Shaun of Steel has said on numerous occasions, don't make a permanent solution to a temporary problem. And that's in reference to taking yourself out of the equation. For clarification, I'm not sure if any of you guys watch Shaun of Steel, but I genuinely find a lot of the positive things he says to be very helpful. He has been a very helpful part of my journey in the past year, where I've been working on myself and becoming more positive and working on bettering myself because it was the only thing I could control. And, you know, I actually managed to drag my self-esteem out of the gutter. At the moment, we've had a setback, but I'm sure eventually I'll be okay and that I'll move on. I've got I've got my dreams and goals still. I'm going to become my best self, and maybe at some point he'll find that he regrets leaving me, but by then it will probably be way too late. But I hope that we can at least be friends, because I do value his friendship. And I think that losing that is the most difficult thing for me right now to kind of grapple with. I don't know if I've loved him more as a friend this whole time without even realizing it, or if this is more of a recent thing as the tension between us has built up. I do know one thing's for certain, though. He was an exception to my sexuality, and which makes him basically a unicorn. Rather quite lucky, honestly, from the male perspective anyway, one would consider. So if I do move on and ever end up with anyone else, probably be a woman. And if we manage to stay friends, who knows? Maybe there could be a friendship there. And I can be that lesbian best friend. I think that I'm handling myself quite well, all things considered. I've been keeping myself very busy with this packing and cleaning and just thinking about my survival, focusing on and prioritizing my survival, because that's incredibly important right now, is that I make it through this and survive and manage to move and manage to not be homeless, and everything like that. Oh. I've got to open up this duvet cover and pull out the comforter that is his. I ain't no thief. You are worth being loved unconditionally, and you will find it. Thank you, obtuse fuck. Thank you. I genuinely appreciate the support and kindness that I've been getting this morning. Oh my god. This blanket is unnecessarily heavy. It's a king-size blanket, so it's bigger than any blanket that I'm used to. Bigger than any blanket that I would ever need anyway. Who knows, maybe I'll end up in a relationship with a really, like, cute baddie, you know? Because honestly, whenever I picture myself getting married, I kind of do picture... I don't know what I picture now. I don't know what my dream wedding would be anymore. I hope that I can figure it out. I think that I would probably, when I heal enough to finally move on and be with someone else, I think that I would probably find another girl who happens to be on the spectrum like I am. Another autistic person. I don't know, it's easier to get along with autistic people when you're autistic, because you guys automatically seem to know the same neurodivergent social rules. As silly as that sounds. It's like neurodivergent people follow a different set of social rules than the neurotypicals. And our social rules generally feel like they make more sense to us. And we generally tend to agree on that, mostly. Of course, there's going to be differences and outliers. The way that he communicated, also being on the spectrum, the way he communicated was very much how his family communicated, which was through hinting at things in passive aggressiveness and then blowing up when that doesn't work. Very functional. And he gets resentful and angry just constantly being awkward as fuck. What do you mean? I'm very thirsty. I'm all out of soda pop though. And water is repulsive. Oh, golly, but it's about lunchtime, so I can justify having one of my protein drinks, especially since I'm working so hard. Oh, yeah. No, that's my social skill set too. I'm good at being confident even with my awkwardness though. And I think that that is truly a valuable skill to have, because if you can be awkward but own it, people don't get to have any power over you and your expression, I guess. So we're going to sit down and have lunch because, yeah, I've been streaming for 62 minutes and a half. But like I said, I feel like I need to talk to someone and I don't want to be alone with my thoughts right now. So I was like, well, let's just stream so we can not be too alone. So I can verbally and out loud process how I'm feeling and how I'm going to go forward from here. I just hope that the world doesn't cave in. And I don't mean that as in like, oh no, the world is ending because he left me. I mean that in that I hope that like the world doesn't fall apart around me when this is almost the hardest time to deal with it. Poverty is not an easy thing to get through, and it's even harder when you're on your own. And when the economy starts to crumble, it gets even harder. And I'm just hoping that it doesn't crumble too much, because I'm not sure how easily I'll be able to survive, considering how much I suck at holding down a job and managing to even keep myself alive. So stupid. But yeah, I'm hoping that the world doesn't cave in or anything. His boxes of ammo. I mean, there's a silver lining to all of this. You will be okay. You have a good character. Maybe you will even feel relieved eventually, but I understand it's hard right now. Yeah, absolutely. Fuck the economy right now. Yeah, honestly, yeah, I know that I'm gonna be okay, obtuse fuck. Um, and I know that I will eventually get to a point where, you know, I have stability, I think, or at least I hope, or I will find any semblance of it if I can. Um, but yeah, I mean, of course, it's going to be hard right now. When you spend that many years dedicated to a relationship and, you know, it can be hard and painful in the moment when it's still fresh. I wrote down a list of all the things that I love about him, and now it's kind of painful to think about that, but at the same time, I don't want to forget either about the things that I had appreciated about him. I can keep those good memories and take them with me. And I can hope that there can be a friendship in the future when we have both healed. Because right now I know we're both hurting. This is particularly painful for the both of us. We were both struggling and feeling alone in our struggles, reaching out for the other, but due to us being wrapped up in our own struggles, we failed to be there for each other. And I think that that's kind of where things went wrong. And right now, I don't think I'm in a place where I should be in a relationship. Because I need to, like, work on myself some more and grow some more before I can, I don't know, try to find someone for me. I'm gonna pack up his toothbrush, even though he's got plenty of toothbrushes at his parents'. Truthfully, there's a part of me that thinks that he's been planning for this for a while now. There have been subtle signs. His tongue scraper that he never uses. He ought to, but I'm not his boss, and I'm not his mom. I'm sorry you're going through this. It sucks. Yeah, thank you. Like I said, I've been working on just trying to keep my head up and to get through it. I know that in time I will feel better. So right now I just gotta tough it out, tough out the storm, wait it out, and it'll get easier. I know that. Um, And I think that that's the only thing kind of keeping me going right now is the fact that I know that this will eventually pass and that things will get easier to deal with. Um, I just hope that he takes care of himself because I do worry about that. I do worry about him, even though he and I aren't together anymore. I still care about his well-being. And I still respect him and hope that he heals and does well, and that maybe in the future, in his future relationships, that he finds more success and, has, good, healthy relationships going forward. I don't know if he wishes the same for me. I kind of hope that he does, because it would suck to be for this to be one-sided, for only one of us to care about the other. But I genuinely think that he does still care about me in some sense. That it's just painful right now. Packing his shoes up. I've been very mindful in how I pack up his shoes, making sure I put them in correctly so to not damage them. Because, like I said, even though he never, well, maybe he once respected me, but even though he hasn't got any respect for me, I still have got respect for him. He tried, and that's still something. I guess we're never gonna celebrate Hanukkah together again, or go to temple together again. That's kind of painful to think about, I'm not gonna lie. But I think I'll be okay. Eventually. He owns an obscene amount of ammunition and guns. And I just have been moving it where I'm keeping all of his stuff so that it's ready for him when he comes to retrieve it later. He's still going to have to come in here, of course, so he can retrieve his chair and the washing machine and the dolly. To some extent, I guess it's still somewhat difficult for me to come to terms with the fact that it's over. But at the same time, I understand, I guess. There for a minute, I was delusionally hoping that maybe he would, eventually come back to me if I gave him the space, but he's made it very clear that that's never going to happen. So, okay. I'm not exactly the most strong person anymore. Physically speaking. But I can certainly try my best, which is what I've been trying to do. Oh, no, I know where this is. I know where what goes inside this tube is. I'm going to grab that for him. It's a thingy for cleaning his guns or something, I believe, if memory serves. Well, he may as well take the weed whacker. Not like I will have very much use for it. Now, where on earth might I find... Maybe it's outside. I wonder if I'll get any kind of warning to get his... He'll be like letting me know, or if he's just going to pull up and show up. I hope he takes his radioactive boots with him. But if he doesn't, that's okay. I'll just leave them here. It's not outside. But if you ever accept gifts from a man, just know he's going to hold it against you in the future. And that might be very bleak and cynical of me, but right now it feels like my reality. And it kind of sucks. It's kind of painful. I'm sure I'll come across that stupid thing eventually. Maybe it's in here. God. I have too much crap. I have all this antique furniture for no reason. I mean, obviously there's a reason for it, but I don't even know what I'm going to do with it. This whole thing is about the house. I feel certain of it. It's about the house and my disability and my inability to work. And the fact that I was trying to tell him that I can't do all of this on my own again. And he decided that that means I'm being lazy and I'm saying I'm not going to help with the move. I genuinely feel like he's been looking for a reason to walk out for a while. I bet he'll change the name of his gun. His Holy Grail gun, he named it after my Holy Grail doll, Cecile. I bet he'll change the name of it. But part of me oddly hopes that he doesn't. And maybe that's stupid of me. I'm going to keep this one. This is the shell casing from the first time I ever went shooting with him. I went to a friend's house and we drilled a hole through the casing to make it into a necklace. And I intend to keep this because it is still a good memory. Just as I plan to keep this shell casing from when I fired Cecile for the first time. And this shell casing from the second time I fired Cecile. But the rest of them he can have. Gonna leave him with the Gold Bond eczema stuff. His nasal sprays. He has a lot of allergies. His ibuprofen. His bath things. His razor. I'm not sure if he wants his yarmulkes, but I'm giving them to him. I don't want them. I don't know if he actually still plans on converting to Judaism or not. But I'll give them to him just in case. And that concludes the bathroom. Oh, heck, I forgot under the sink. Oh my god, I had cough drops this whole time. They're sugar-free, so I know those ones are mine. Turns out there's actually nothing really under the sink that's his. Mostly feminine hygiene crap. Alright, cool beans. So I'm done in here. Yeah, it's feminine hygiene crap. Soap. My cough drops for some reason. And plastic bags for the rubbish bin. Okay, this is my notebook. I recognize my own handwriting because I can actually read it. His is a little bit difficult to read for me. All of his earplugs for when he goes shooting. Very important. This one's a resealable bag, so I'm going to close that up so no more of them spill out. Because I don't hold anything against him. And as such, I don't want him to lose any of his valued things. Even if they're replaceable and small and insignificant, such as earplugs. Like I said, I kind of want things to remain peaceful between us. I'm holding out hope that we can be friends at some point when we heal. I know I've said that a billion times. It's not that I'm incapable of moving on. It's more that he's been the closest friend I've had. And I don't want to lose that friendship. I've never trusted anyone quite as much as I've trusted him. He knows details about me that I have been unwilling to even, open up about in the past. And it's just, difficult to imagine losing that friendship after having trusted him so completely. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being foolish and silly. It is what it is. It's kind of just whatever. I would like to take a break. My phone is dying at this point, and I need to plug it in, and I also need to take a break. Sit down, process some more of my thoughts and feelings. I'm actually going to walk down to the convenience store that's just down the way to pick up some snacks and like a soda maybe. I'm not sure yet, but thanks for all of the support and positivity, y'all. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, the whole shebang if you want. Like I said, I'm not into peer pressuring people. But I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I hope you guys have a wonderful day going forward, or a wonderful night, whatever time of day it happens to be for you. I just hope that you guys are doing well and that today goes easy on y'all. So take it easy. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one, probably later on today, no doubt. So yeah, bye. Chin up if you can. You can do this. You are strong. Thank you, obtuse fuck. I hope you have a great day. Bye.